It is September. All of the wood for the year has been stacked, and most of this for months. A lot of it has been cut for over 12 months or been cut down for a minimum of 12 months. We've got a couple different things going on here. I've noticed right where the rain hits, and so these stacks are right where the rain will come in. Some of the most green wood I have on the outside, so that gets hit with the sun. This stack here has a lot of really big pieces that I will use as kind of a cornerstone for long hot nights. My kindling pile, this is actually a small kindling pile. I've got another kindling pile. This is just the one that's really close to the house. These are a whole bunch of ends, little random pieces that I either will burn during the day when I'm monitoring the fire and I'm close to it, or can kind of slide in on the end of the fire in order to have really good night load. This is some of my oldest wood. These are thin pieces which can kind of fill in that nightwood situation or be used for kindling. This year I had a whole lot of bark. I had a tree, a big huge oak tree that died. It was about 250 years old, and so there's a lot of really thick bark there and over there. A lot of the stuff in here is a similar size, just kind of your day in, day out wood. I have more really dry wood on the end here so I can access that quickly. I try to put some of the short end pieces in areas together so they're easy to grab. A lot of this is a hickory tree. I try to do long, wide, thin pieces of that to maximize the drying. There are some gnarly pieces on the top. I like to burn those earlier in the year. This is one particular kind of tree, kind of fit there. More of the old stuff is in here with that bark on top. That bark is really nice for kind of getting through to the next point of like, hey, I'm about to leave the house and I need some quick wood, or I need to put in the night wood here soon, and so I don't want a really big piece. It's really nice having stuff organized according to size, with, again, the main portion of the wood here just being all similar sizes. Oak on the ends is great for stacking because the grain is so straight. In comparison, a lot of hickory is kind of gnarly like that, and so hickory is not as great for stacking, and so I prioritize my oak for stacking on the ends. And then doing a little walk over here, admiring early September, just how pretty this is. Blue sky, really quite beautiful out here. Starting to get a few nights into the 50s and 40s, but the days are generally still in the 70s or 80s. Got just a little bit more wood over here. This is kind of a partial stack. This is not as dry. But that was beginning of a stack. More oak on the end. And then small random bits. And a sleeping cat. Cat's like, hey, leave me alone. But that's what I have for this year. It should get us through. I've got a couple hickory trees that are near here that had to come down. Both of them died or partially died, and so we had to finish them off, bring them down all the way. This is one of them. There's another one back in there. So that's some of the wood for next year.